Last time on Races to Places, Lyndon chilled out on a sofa. So it's back onto the Carratera Austral, heading north.
So this is where we're going to take the last ferry for the day and the last ferry for the Carratera Austral. It's going to take us all the way to Rio Negro. Have sheep will travel. Biggest ferry and the longest crossing at 3.5 hours.
As Lyndon says, this is the last ferry crossing of the Carratera Austral. The views from the route have been spectacular.
So we're on the ferry, and as motorcycle riders, these guys are from Brazil, doing a tour down to Ushuaia, and they let the motorcycles on this ferry first, so the first thing we do is get our stomachs filled with food and drink. So, bueno, okay. And that's the end of the Carratera Austral. It's been amazing. Some of the scenery that we've ridden through is just spectacular. And even here, you know, coming into the port, you look behind me here, look at the scenery, the hills, the low cloud. It's not a very sunny day, but really, really spectacular scenery here in Chile, and I'm excited to get back on the road, explore some other places on the way north.
With the Carratera Austral complete, we are now taking a short trip to Chile Island, which is known for its iconic wooden churches, built by the Jesuit missionaries in the 17th and 18th century, and an establishment that I think Lyndon will be very interested in at this time, a steakhouse.
So I found it, the Colete Steakhouse. I've been told by many people that this is the best place to come for steak. We're going to go check it out. Colete. Hello, fella. Got a little friend here. Come on. This is a steakhouse dog. What's your name, mate? Wow. Pretty awesome steak.
It looks like it's time for a bit of carefree riding up the beach.
there we go. Went to the city, didn't like it, wasn't happy with staying there the night. Found a really small village, about 100 miles north. Clicked shortest distance on the GPS, and look what we've got. Absolutely awesome off-roading. It's like a Dakar Rally stage. Awesome scenery, sun shining. What more could you ask for? Like, I'm so glad that I just didn't stick to followed instructions. It's so important to make your own way.
Crossing back into Chile on Route 6, and it looks like Lyndon and Basil have stopped for a bit of cow spotting.
Cold this morning. I was late making it to the border of Chile last night, and across the Andes, and arrived at the final border crossing, the entry into Chile. Slept okay, but it's definitely time for a brew this morning.
An early start today on Races to Places. It looks like the weather's going to be tip-top.
Wow, look at that. The sun's just about to peek over the top there. It's so awesome. Beautiful. What an awesome pass this is. Look at the scenery.
We've arrived at the FUCK Winery. You may have seen their logo on early seasons of Races to Places, sponsoring the show. So Lyndon has adjusted his route to past their winery so he could call in for a visit and say thanks to the guys for their support.
Well, here we are in Mendoza, Argentina. Well, here we are in Mendoza. Seriously? Hopefully, that dog's going to stop barking in a minute. Well, here we are in Mendoza, Argentina, and this marks the completion of the American continent for Races to Places.
Today, we're going to see the procedure of producing wine.
Okay, so here we are, just been collected this morning by my good friend Diego here. Hi Diego. And the first thing first is the vines. So we're on our way to check some vines.
Let's kick things off with some grape testing.
We're going to go and try the fruit. I have no idea what I'm doing, so Diego's going to give some advice on what we're looking for here. And if it's green, it's, yeah, what does it mean? It's got...
It can wait longer.
Ah, okay.
And the seed come apart. This is a little bit green. There we go. Okay.
Yep.
That one, that flavor.
You can hear the bees on here, and the bees like the sugar. So some of the traditional old people say that this means that the grapes are ready. I'm learning a lot about wine.
So, while the workers are hard at it picking the grapes, Lyndon is making the most of his job for the day.
So the sugar level in the grapes is what's important for the alcohol in the wine. So what we're doing here is testing the level of sugar in the grapes. And unfortunately today it's not high enough. So the problem is if you leave it and it rains, then the sugar level goes down because the plants absorb the moisture. And we want it higher, right? Yes. So it's a risk if the weather is bad, whether you leave it or whether you pick it low. So once the grapes are at a point where they can be picked off the vines, they're then brought to this place. This is the place where they basically put all the grapes into a huge container, some holding like 20,000 bottles in one container. These huge tanks are where the fermentation process takes place. This is a modern winery, so we've got stainless steel equipment. In the olden days they used concrete tanks, wooden vats and all kinds of different things. But now stainless steel is the cleanest and most efficient way to produce the wine. But because you lose the oak flavour, you have to add wood to it if that's what you want. It's a really complex process. 20,000 bottles in one of these tanks, and there's lots of them in here.
Diego and Lyndon are now on to the most important part of the process.
Show him. 4 years ago. That was me 4 years ago.
What the fuck? Much better now.
What do you mean, what was I doing?
Did you just graduate from something?
And as you can see, the wall behind me is actually made from mud and straw. A true sign of how old this place is. It's actually 120 years old, one of the oldest wineries in Mendoza. And we're going to go check out the old concrete storage tanks that have now been renovated, but it's where they store some of the wine. We're going to also check out the barrel rooms downstairs. So here is one of the old concrete storage tanks, and in here, this tank is 18,000 litres and it's full of Malbec. It's full and it smells pretty good. 18,000 litres. So I've just found the good stuff. This is the Grand Reserve. This is some of the oldest wine in the winery, and it's where the wine is sleeping. It's behind bars, I can't get to it.
It's definitely a pro operation here at the FUCK Winery.
What the hell?
Today is the last day riding in South America, and what a journey it's been down from the Arctic Ocean.
I'm quite emotional to be leaving South America. It's been great with the Dakar and everything, and I can't say enough good things about it. I hope you enjoy watching some of the videos that I've made from South America and enjoy it as much as I have riding it. And yeah, just get out there and do it. There's a lot to see, there's a lot of places to see, there's a lot to do, and it's an awesome world that we live in. Just got to get out and explore it. So for now, head back to Santiago, and from there I'll pack the bike up, send it to Africa.
Here we see Basil getting packed up, ready for the next continent on the hit list, Africa. If you can spare a few bucks towards the production of Races to Places through Africa, then visit Lyndon's Patreon page, which can be found in the description below.
The smallest he's ever been, just 1 metre cubed, so about 1.2 by 1 by 0.8, something like that. It was a lot of work, about 5 hours to get it like this, but it's much easier to manoeuvre, and it's of course cheaper because it's much less volume. So yeah, I think actually the volumetric weight will probably be lower than what it weighs, but I'll see you in Africa. So, when you are shipping a motorcycle from Santiago, there's only one man you need to know, and that's Julio. And he really helps to take care of everything. So he's helped a lot, let me package my own bike and everything, and now it's in the back of the van and I have absolutely zero worries. Bike's just going to show up in Africa. It's great. Thanks, Julio. Thanks. Hi everyone, I just want to say a massive thank you to you all for watching my media and for all the great comments that I receive every single day. Please keep them coming. I'm just going to share with you my Patreon page. Patreon is a membership-based platform that gives creators like me the opportunity to continue to create the media that you love to watch. For just a few dollars a month, I can give you priority viewing, I can give you special features, informative posts about the things that you want to know. It creates a platform for interaction between you, the viewer, and me, the creator. Now, a few dollars a month might not seem like a lot to you, but for me, collectively, it makes a huge difference. So please check out the link at the bottom of the page, and I appreciate any contribution you can make to make my job sustainable. In return for that, I promise to keep creating great media that you love, dreaming up new projects, filming it and sharing it with you all. Thanks.